Love that is not tested is no love at all. Everybody can claim big, big things. Saath hi jiyenge, saath hi marenge. So it is like love at first sight and divorce at first fight. So love has to be tested. Now God, He has got Divya Gyan, Divya Prem, Divya Anand, infinite bliss. He's got it all for us. But are we willing to sacrifice for Him? This surrender, how will it happen? It will happen when we have faith. How will faith happen?
Bhagavad Gita Chapter 4 verse chanting is followed by translation and commentary by Swami Mukundananda.
ये यथा मां प्रपद्यन्ते तांस्तथैव भजाम्यहम् मम वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते मनुष्याः पार्थ सर्वशः.
In whatever way people surrender unto me, I reciprocate accordingly. Everyone follows my path knowingly or unknowingly, O son of Pritha. So Krishna says that, look, Arjun, nobody can go outside my dominion because I am holding the whole world in my being. Now there are those who say there is no God. They are also following my path. I meet them as the law of karma. I note their karmas and give them the fruit. So they don't receive grace. They receive consequences of their actions. There are others who say, there is no God, I only want liberation. God says, all right, I reciprocate with them and help them get liberated. There are others who say that God, in my opinion, you are only light. I want to meet you as the light. God says, all right, for you, I am the light. And another devotee says, God, I am not satisfied with the light. I want to press your feet. I want to fan you. I want to cook for you. I want to feed you with my own hands. God says, all right, in that case, Shabri, for you, I will manifest as Bhagavan Sri Ram. So everybody, God is meeting as per their desires and as per their surrender. And those who have surrendered in selfless love, God says, now I am your servant. Ekaikasyopakarasya pranam dasyami te kape sheshasya hopakaranam bhavam rinino vayam. O Hanuman, one seva you did for me, I will remain indebted for life. And for all the other sevas, there is no way I can think of repaying. I'll be your servant. So Bhagavan says that I am the servant of Hanuman. I am the servant of my devotees. He told the gopis. He said, Sahaya Gurava Shishya Bandhava Striya Naparaviyeham Niravadya Sanyujam. O gopis, in thousands of years of the devatas, I can't release myself of the debt I feel to you for the love that you have showered on me. So somebody can say, what is this kind of anyaya or injustice on the part of God? God says it is not injustice. It is to bring out the best in you. Like, for example, a communist society wishes to equalize everything. The Industrial Revolution led to a great inequality of wealth. where there was the bourgeois and the proletariat, as you read in history. And then Karl Marx came up with his Communist Manifesto, where he wanted to equalize it all. He said wealth should not be possessed individually. It should be possessed commonly by society. So this will be good for everybody's benefit. But the experience in communist societies was the reverse. Then people become lazy. One professor, he told his students that communism is not a good model. The students were idealists. They said, no, it will be so good for the poor. It will enable the poor to receive the wealth of the rich. So the professor said, let us practice communism in our class. I will not give anybody individual grades. I will just total up the performance of the entire class, and whatever divided by 40 for the number of students, and give the same grade to all of you. So they said, all right. Now when the results came, everybody got a B. So the students who were in the failing level, they thought, this is great. This is super. And even without studying, I can get it. So next time I should study even less or not at all. And the students who were like the A graders, they said, this is totally unfair. I worked so hard and everybody got the same grade. So in that case, then we should not, there is no point, no motivation to study. So they had a discussion amongst themselves. They started pointing fingers. You did not do right, you did not do right, but it did not reach a proper conclusion. And the next exam came. This time the result went further down because everybody's motivation had reduced. So they were now, all of them together got a C. Again the finger pointing started. Again they started accusing. But the consequence was the high performers were getting demotivated. And the low performers were now having no reason to work at all. Like in Odisha, in Odisha, everybody gets free rice. So the common knowledge of everyone is, there is no need for anybody to work at all. You're getting free rice. So in a communist society where everything is guaranteed and assured, slowly the motivation starts reducing. And finally the professor gave them all an F. They had all failed. So Sri Krishna says, this model does not work for me. What is the model that works? What he's saying, ye atha mam prapadyante tans tathaiva bhajamyaham. He says, as you surrender to me, that is how I will reciprocate with you. And the surrender will have to be done first. The grace will come after. No, you cannot say, God, you grace me first, then I'll surrender to you. I promise, and I'm known for not breaking promises. Do you think it's going to work in the world? Some employees have this psychology. The secretary tells the boss, you give me a raise and then see how hard I'll work. The boss says, you work hard first and the raise will come afterwards. If the student tells the teacher, right now I'm feeling a little discouraged, give me good grades and I promise when after I get good grades, I'll study hard. The world doesn't allow that. The world says, first deserve, then desire. Likewise, God also says that you will first have to prove your worth by surrendering. Nothing attempted, nothing done. One child went to the mall with her mother, and there a necklace caught her fancy. So she said, Mommy, I want this one. Now the necklace was worth just $13. The mother could have given it, but the mother was an intelligent trainer, mentor, tutor. teacher. The mother said, my child, it's $13. You have in your piggy bank $7. Do one thing, I'll give you some chores to perform at home. You clean the dishes and mow the lawn, and you'll earn $3 from that, and we'll go to your grandmother's place for her birthday, and she will give you another $1. You will get the $11. So the daughter worked hard, and after 5 days, they went to the mall again and purchased that necklace. Now it was not actual pearls because it was just $11. But she would wear it so proud of this necklace. And her father was also very wise and loving. So at night before the child would sleep, the father would sit with her and tell her a story and then tuck her in bed. So after a few nights, the father said, Beti, do you love me? The child said, yes, Papa. How much do you love me? Papa, I love you so much. Are you sure? Yes. I'm very sure. Okay, then, do one thing. Give me this necklace that you're wearing. Oh, no, Papa, don't ask for this. I've got that teddy bear. I'll give it to you. And I received that dollhouse. You ask for that, but don't ask for this necklace. Papa said, it's all right, Beti. You don't love me. Go to sleep. He went off. Now the daughter was thinking about it for 4 days. The fourth night when Papa came to put her to sleep, she was sitting in the Sukhasan on the bed. And she said, Papa, I've got something for you. So she put her hand under the pillow and the necklace came out. She said, Papa, I've thought about it and I love you. Here it is. So the father took it and immediately from his pocket he took out an actual pearl necklace. And he took that pearl necklace and put it on her. Here it is, my child. The child realized Papa was testing her love. Love that is not tested is no love at all. Everybody can claim big things. Saath hi jiyenge, saath hi marenge. So it is like love at first sight and divorce at first fight. So, love has to be tested. The father had tested. He had that necklace all the while. But before giving it, he needed to test whether daughter was willing to sacrifice. Now, God doesn't have a pearl necklace for us. He has got Divya Gyan, Divya Prem, Divya Anand, infinite bliss. He's got it all for us. But are we willing to sacrifice for Him? This surrender, how will it happen? It will happen when we have faith. How will faith happen? When we have knowledge. The knowledge that I am the soul and I am His part. That knowledge will lead to faith. He is protecting me. I don't need to worry. It's not a cheating relationship that, oh my God, I sacrifice, what a big loss. He is just testing me because He wishes to fill me up with divine treasures. But I am so full of my own attachments, there is no space for Him to give anything. So, let me have that faith. One climber had an experience. This lady, she went to the Grand Canyon. And in the Grand Canyon, there are different peaks that these climbers climb from below. They have the rope hanging over the cliff and then they climb. And this lady, she climbed and came onto the ledge. And there the rope hit her on the head and knocked her contact lenses out. So the contact lenses fell into the huge valley. Is there any chance of recovering them? But this lady just said, "Oh God, you are everywhere. And you definitely know where these contact lenses are. I am here for the next 15 days for mountain climbing. If it pleases you, please let me have my contact lenses back." After 1 hour, another party of climbers climbed up. And one of them said, "Hey, has any of you lost contact lenses?" This lady said, "Yeah, they got knocked out from my eyes." They said, "We've got them." "How did you manage to get them?" Now, contact lenses are such a thing. If they fall on your bed, you won't be able to see them. You managed to see them, they fell off the cliff. They said, "You know what? We found on this rock an ant carrying the contact lenses and walking across." So it was such a funny sight. So we retrieved the contact lenses and we kept them and said, "Somebody must have dropped them." So she was so astonished, this lady. And the contact lenses came back. And she went and told her father afterwards that this is what happened. The father was a cartoonist. The father made a cartoon of the ant walking with the contact lenses with a caption, "Oh Lord, I don't know why I'm carrying this burden. And it's a very heavy burden. It is really difficult to carry it. But if you want me to carry it, definitely I will do so." Now, God can make anything, the most impossible, become possible. We only need to have faith. And that faith will inspire us to surrender. And surrender will attract the grace. So remember, if you want the grace, you must practically surrender with tan, man, dhan. In whatever way you are inspired, there must be a practical surrender to receive the reciprocation. Tans tathaiva bhajamyaham, Sri Krishna says, then I will do your bhajan. So this chapter is becoming more and more interesting. We'll see what he says ahead of this in the next lecture.